Good morning, beautiful, magical Monday wind participants. Welcome, those of you that are joining the replay. I logged on a minute early, so I'm waiting for live people to join me. So as you're getting here, whether it's live or in person, say hi in the comments. And as always, check in with yourself and start to get those 2-word check-ins in right away, because I'm going to start sharing information super fast once a majority of you get here. Good morning, Arnell. It's funny, it takes a little while for your messages to swim all the way into my email box. Good morning, Soleil. I see 6 of you here. Go ahead and say hi and begin to check in with yourself and put those 2-word check-ins in the comments for me. Those 2-word check-ins are a presencing tool for you to get used to practicing. It can be easy to take them for granted and not really use them to present. But when you do and you give them to me in the 2-word in the comment section, it helps me get the pulse of where y'all are at. Hey Liz, I'm glad you made it. All right. Good morning, Wilkinson. It's 7 o'clock straight up. I'm going to wait 1 more minute and then I'm going to start sharing with you. So go ahead and check in with yourself, really feel into yourself, find those 2 words that describe what you're experiencing right now and pop them in the comments for me. Hi, Soleil. Good morning, Margaret. Okay, it's 7:01. I'm going to stop looking at the comments. Welcome. Happy Magical Monday. I want to invite you to, everyone, take a full, slow, deep breath into your body. And as you exhale, I want you to see if you can allow your body, good morning, Christopher, allow your body to just relax a little bit more. And as you breathe into your body and as you relax, I want you to bring your awareness into your upgraded command center, into your heart chakra. This is where the intelligence of your entire eternal soul is now located and accessible. It is not your mind. Your mind is the last to be reclaimed as we switch radio stations and frequencies. Those of you who have been working with me for many years have heard me say that. Our mind is the last to be reclaimed, and it is the part of our wounded third dimensional persona, and it is the part of our physical makeup that takes the most point of focus to step into mastery. It is our mind that we must become relentless with in the way we interact with it. It is the intelligence that is housed in our upgraded heart chakra, where the 5D vibration starts to send impulses of thought that make its way into our conscious mind and helps us interact with those relentless, debilitating, self-sabotaging thoughts that live full-time, rent-free in our mind. This is where mastery happens, right between your ears, and it's guided through your upgraded heart chakra. An infinite intelligence accessible to your drop from the one that is you. And that one is pure source energy. Feel that. Breathe into that. That's the journey. Learning to discern the shift of the radio station and learning to embrace this new intelligence to help us navigate an entire frickin' planet being dismantled. It's not here. It's not here. It's here. The theme today is courage. Courage showing up in your life, because this energy is absent of fear, absent of any knowledge that it is not pure source energy, and therefore absent of any human limitation. If you feel stuck, if you feel defeated, if you feel confused, you're here. You're here. You're here. You're not here. And the challenge that is presenting itself right now, if you're here stuck and confused and unable to make a decision in clarity, you are being presented an undeniable opportunity to become relentless with the way you interact with yourself and move into your heart chakra. And if you look back in your life over the last year, just the last year, you have been given, if you've been participating here, you've been given an incredible amount of tools to help you move into here. And if you find yourself here and you're stuck, you're not utilizing the tools and you're not here. There is no judgment in my statements. There's only love for you here. But I'm moving y'all into this place of full responsibility. It is our responsibility to make the transition in the same body that we have been living our wounded third dimensional persona in for lifetimes, but we're just talking about this one. It's our responsibility to experience and understand simultaneously this inner revelation of this process of shifting the radio station and letting our soul's personality become the dominant force, the dominant frequency that is now living this life in this same body. That's the challenge and the joy of the Mud Runner race our soul has come to experience. Feel that. Hold please, it's getting hot in my space. I'm going to turn my heater down. So feel that. So here's what I want to point you toward and be on the lookout. You got the positive charge and the negative charge, always. Positive charge and negative charge. Every day, the focus of your soul that's bringing you into the next expanded version of yourself, it presents a pleasant opportunity and a non-pleasant opportunity to land you in the same place. A pleasant opportunity and a non-pleasant opportunity to land you in the same place. You're going to land where your soul wants you to land. You can go kicking and screaming, or you can go in the joyful ease and flow. Once we figure that out and we stop pushing away the negative experience and we realize that it's our negative experiences presenting themselves through our wounded third dimensional persona that keeps self-sabotaging us, once we recognize that and we become relentless with ourselves and stop falling into the pattern of self-sabotage, we move in ease and flow around all the obstacles that show up. Remember, we were told months ago, but particularly again at the beginning of this year, on the Mud Runner course that will show up this year, 2023, in the year of evidence, we would surprise ourselves with what shows up within us to navigate what's in front of us. So I guarantee you, all of us this week, from last Magical Monday to this Magical Monday, you have either had experiences that have just knocked your ass to the ground because you won't let go of that which you know no longer serves you. So it keeps knocking you to the ground because this is the year of evidence, the evidence that you no longer are compatible with that way of being. So the negative experience is going to keep amplifying until you get the message. You just keep repeating the cycle, smashing your own head against the wall, literally bloodying your own face until you get the message. Let go of that. Step into here and surprise the hell out of yourself what you're capable of. That's not the flip of a switch. It's the work. Guarantee, either you've been riding that wave over the last week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks until you get the message, or you've been experiencing yourself, surprising yourself. And this is the one I really want to point out. The absence of fear shows up as courage. It doesn't show up as the absence of fear where you're completely fearless. All the spiritual masters have admonished us for as long as we have recorded history, fear not. When you understand as the drop that you are the whole infinite ocean, even when you've been living in a paradigm of fear, we've been instructed, fear not. There is absolutely nothing to fear. But this cannot comprehend that when it's looking out through these lenses at a world that is dominated on the frequency of fear. So that admonishment, fear not, says we've got to move into the fear, which is the only place we can become the next expanded version of ourselves. But now on the new frequency, the way it shows up is you, and this is the other part I want to point to right now, so pay attention. I bet in this last week, and the week before that, and the week before that, and back 4 weeks, just look back 4 weeks. I bet you, if you've been doing the work, you have been finding yourselves taking an action into something that even a year ago, you may have thought, I want to do this, but the fear shuts you down. You've probably been moving forward, taking risk, courageously dipping your toe in the water, but it doesn't feel, it's not like, I'm courageous. It doesn't show up like that. It shows up with you just a little more relaxed, trying something you never tried before and getting really positive results, like taking an acting class or having a really intense conversation of defining a boundary where before you would have scrambled in your head, but now you're just like, hey, here's how it is for me, and this is how it's going to be. And it begins to feel very natural. You might feel a little uncomfortable because it's new, but you're no longer just debilitating yourself in decision-making process. I can't. You're just finding yourself, I'm doing it. And you do it, and you've built momentum, and you start to see incredible results. Again, I like to use myself as an example because I practice what I preach, not because I want you to think how awesome I am. All the momentum you've been seeing me build around my art. As you all know, this past weekend, I did my first open studio Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Prior to that, Liz in this group, who has been doing her work, and inside of her is this energy that's been moving that we've been working with in her one-on-ones. She is feeling the impulse to really, what I like to call it, support people behind the scenes. She has this inner knowing that she calls it intention sessions. And I'm going to invite her to share that with this group on our April workshop. But all on her own accord, she gathered a group of people to support my intention this weekend. She has done that a couple of times for me, which was just so beautiful and loving. And she's done it a couple of times for other people in the group. But she did it for me, and she asked me what my intentions are for this weekend. And I told her it is to put 100 people on my mailing list, sell all the pieces of art that I had on sale, which were 17 sale pieces, sell 2 pieces of non-sale art to 2 people each weekend. I still have 1 more weekend left. And I didn't say this to her, but one of my other intentions was to pick up at least 1 commission. She gathered a group. She shared my intention. They all, where focus goes, energy flows, with a collective flow of love and support for my intention, because they're graciously giving of themselves with the understanding there's power where more than one person is gathered to harness that focus. And Soleil, who's in the mastermind, and I think she's on the call with me today, she's my assistant, she can attest. Oh, and the other thing was that people would come into the room, feel the intention of my art, activating their energy, moving it to a new vibe. And in my language, moving them along their ascension path, whether they know it or not. We got 85 people in 3 days of the 100 on that mailing list. A woman walked in and we heard her talking to the right outside our door. Oh my God, you got to go in. You've got to feel that energy. She came and she said, oh, I'm going to weep. I can feel it. Boom. Me and Soleil looked at each other. I sold 9 pieces of 9 sale art and picked up 2 commissions. And I think I sold 2 pieces of sale art. So amazing momentum, supported by somebody in this group stepping into their power, pulling more people into their calling. Liz is courageously, absence of fear, moving into what's calling her forward. When we first started working, she was a little hesitant to follow this, but mastermind is really about following your knowing. Doesn't matter where it's calling you, follow the impulses. She's been following it. She brought that gift to me and boom. Thank you, Liz. And thank you for everybody that supported that intention. I'm bringing that to your attention because remember I've been saying, so it's 7:16, stay with me 3 more minutes. It's 7:16. I'm going to go 3 more minutes. In this window of time, here's where we are. Here's where we are. Please get this for yourself because some of you are struggling. You're here. You're not here. So here's what I'm going to say to you. Those of you that are really, really struggling, not ping-ponging back and forth, but you know who, if I'm talking to you, you're really, really struggling and you feel yourself needing to make a definitive decision. And you're not going to break yourself free until you come to your knees to admit that which you are holding onto, that you were invited in 2020 to let go of. 2020 was coming face to face with that which is not serving you. And for all of us, it was some form of addictive pattern. 2021 was saying, okay, now I'm going to disengage from that, intentionally and consciously disengage from that which is no longer serving me. For 2021 moved us into 2022. Now we are disengaged and 2022 is beginning to build a life absent of that which we disengaged from. For some people, it was a substance addiction. From some people, it was a relationship. For some people, it was a job. For some people, it was something else. 2021, coming to face with that which is no longer serving you. 2020, coming face to face without owning it and making a conscious decision to disengage from it. Setting us up to be ahead of the dismantle that's happening right now. The admonishment was you do not want to be in the year of evidence when the world is dismantling with you still trying to dismantle that which no longer serves you. 2021, whole year of consciously disengaging from that which no longer serves us that we came face to face with in 2020. 2022 was a year of getting used to rebuilding, establishing, finding a new way, absent of no longer being engaged with that which no longer serves us. And 2023 moving into the momentum of building in the absence of that before the world begins to really show its evidence of the dismantle. All along the way, I've rehearsed that intention of those years. All along the way, I said, if you didn't get the message in 2020, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just a little behind the timeline of how the energies are supporting us. So what will happen? That which no longer serves you will get more intense until you let it go. It doesn't matter where you are in that timeline of 2020, 2021, 2022. Now we're in 2023. You've been given 3 years to come face to face, disengage, begin to establish absent of that which no longer serves you, and now you're in your momentum. If you didn't do that, your struggle is stronger right now. And if it's stronger right now, you didn't miss the boat, you just missed that timing. I'm telling you what the timing is now is your suffering is going to get more intense if you don't let go. But what I'm also telling you right now, and in the year of evidence, the evidence you're going to produce in your life is going to give you more evidence that the progression I just described is getting more intense. And if you choose to let go, the energy from here, your upgraded heart chakra, is going to come through and surprise you right here with what you're capable of. The 5D energy is continuing to increase. So when you get on board and turn the dial and ride that train, the manifestation of the results is accelerated and empowered. But if you refuse, the struggle is going to get more intense. And as your coach, I can only keep telling you what's happening. And if you stay in your suffering, I'm only going to be able to tell you until you choose to become relentless with the way you interact with that which is no longer serving you. I got nothing. But if you get to that point and you give it up and you get on this train, everything I'm bringing to the table is going to accelerate your healing and your manifestation so you can step into the energy we're in of amazing ourselves in 2023, what we're capable of. So that's those that are in the struggle. Those of you that are not in that place, I want you to really pay attention. Really pay attention with the subtle ways that you are showing absence of fear, where you've dipped your toe in the water and keep building some momentum. Even if you feel some trepidation, you're building evidence of you moving into that flow. Where focus goes, energy flows. So today, I want you to be on the lookout for opportunity for you to just expand something new. Keep moving into something new. We're in the momentum. I always say I'm just 10 steps ahead of you. So which is kind of equating to about a year in real time, I'm starting to recognize. So you see the evidence of what you've watched me build, and that's just one area of my life. And I told you how it culminated yesterday, right here, right now, right? And now it's including somebody else's gift in the mastermind, Liz, and all of you that are recognizing the power of the intentions, bringing them together, right? We're all in this together. And that's why I've been saying to you in the mastermind, start to share your stories, start to share your gifts, start to connect on this page. You've got stuff of gifts for each other. I'm just the guide. I'm not the singular voice. I make fun of myself as the fucking guru because I don't want to be that guy on the pedestal. I want to be the guy 10 steps ahead of you. Come here, come here, come here. And then you get here and then I run a little bit. Come on. So come on. So your choice is today. Come to terms with that which you need to let go of and let go of it. And you know what letting go means, and you know what you need to do to let go. And you know the work that you got to do to stay in the dismantle of that which you're letting go of. The good news is the energies are going to come in and support you in surprising ways and accelerate your healing. But you got to let go. And there's no pretending you let go and trying to find a workaround where you're fooling yourself. You can't fool yourself. You can fool yourself on one frequency, 3D. You can't fool yourself on 5D. You can't. So where today can you move toward? Just one more step. That's all it is. The next step is always in one place, always right in front of you. If you are in your heart chakra and you're looking down, you'll know, and looking down is metaphoric. If you look within, you know the next step to take. You know it. It could be a phone call. It could be anything. but you know what the next one is. But what happens, our brain on 3D says, oh, that's not enough. And we lift our head from that next step and we look where we want to go and it seems so far away. Well, you're not going to get there and then we feel defeated. You're not going to get there until you just take this next step. That's all you have to take. And when you take that, you call in energetically people, places, and things that present the next step. All it's rinse and repeat. Go within, follow the impulse, and the next step will show up. You won't know that until you get in that practice. And to get in that practice requires you to be relentless with the way you interact with yourself. I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'm going to do a little quick process. Many of you have been misinterpreting that relentless. Relentless sounds like a strong, uncaring word. You can lovingly, relentlessly lovingly be interact with yourself differently. Relentless doesn't mean you got to judge yourself. Oh, I should have done it again. I did it again. And be relentless with your judgment. No, you can be relentless with your self-care. Oh, I defaulted to that old pattern. I'm going to love myself right now. And in this moment now, I'm going to make a new choice. That's the process of transformation. Recognizing the old pattern, trying to sneak back in, and being relentless. Nope. Oh, I defaulted. Nope. I'm going to do it. I'm going to reroute. Oh, going to reroute. The only time you get to reroute is in this moment now. You can judge yourself for repeating a pattern for as long as you want, but you're going to be standing still. So when you notice you default, oh, look at me, I defaulted. I love me. I'm going to reroute. I'm going to reroute right now. I'm going to take the next step right now. I'm going to forget about how that feels right now and get out of that feeling of my self-judgment, because I know that one well. I'm going to feel what it feels like to be lovingly relentless with myself and say, oh, defaulted. I'm going to reroute right now. And the reroute will always show you what's the next step. That's where I'm going to leave you. Before I do, just going to bring you inward for a moment. Everybody close your eyes with me. I want you to put your focus right in the middle of your chest and imagine the most brilliant emerald green ball of light the size of a golf ball. I want you to see it slowly begin to rotate like a disco ball, just slowly. And as it slowly starts to rotate, it starts to illuminate and become brighter. You're activating the energy center of your 5D soul's personality. Breathe into that space. Forget about what your mind is thinking about what's happening in your life right now and focus on that energy. That energy is vibrating at the frequency with which you are hearing my words. I'm transmitting on this frequency. Receive it in your heart chakra, not in your head. And if you breathe into that energy, you really just feel the stillness of it, you can feel unconditional love. Because that's what you are. You don't have to struggle to find it. You are it. Your mind has to struggle to move into the stillness to connect to it. The more you do it, the less the mind struggles. That energy in your chest cavity, it's absent of any knowledge. It is not source. It only knows itself as source, and it wants to begin to help you remember yourself as that in human form. That's the ascension process. It's not the flip of a switch and you don't wake up in that full knowing, in that full experience of it. It's an evolution. And that energy, because it is pure source energy, it is absent of any human limitation. We don't even begin to comprehend what that means for us, but it's that part that supports us being able to surprise ourselves as we navigate what's in front of us. Absent of fear, that shows up as gentle courage, and it's subtle. You don't even know you're becoming more courageous as you're just taking steps. It begins to become natural just to do what the next impulse is. Connect to that And all of you have evidence of that. You can't tell me you don't. I know you do. This is the year of evidence. Your mind might try to convince you don't, but you do. Be in that. Be in that energy. The evidence of you becoming absent of fear by moving in small, courageous ways. That's your task for today. Put on your Indiana Jones hat, which is a metaphor for look for clues all around you of that invitation to take a step of courage toward that which you know is the next step for you. That's where I'm going to leave you. I love you so much. It's going to be an amazing energy week of evidence, both of empowerment and dismantle. Be in the empowerment. All right. Have a great magical Monday. I'll see you next time. There's only love for you here. Be well.